What is up? Welcome to My Dream Job Journey, an event series from Adobe where we chat with special guests about how they achieved their dream careers. If we're just meeting, my name is Katrina Torrijos and I am your host for today. I am the Adobe Express Evangelist and I'm also a content creator on YouTube and Twitch on the side. And this is our 8th event in this Dream Job series, which is insane. So if you wanted to watch our past Dream Job events, go ahead and check them out on the Creative Cloud LinkedIn page or the Adobe Express YouTube channel. I'll have my mod Jordan. Oh, she's in the chat. She's dropping the links right now. So go ahead and check it out there. And shout out to everyone in chat who are with us. Where are y'all tuning in from? And also, if this isn't your first Dream Job Journey event, let me know. How many have you been to? Is this your first one? Is this your 8th one? Oh my goodness. You all have been here. Angelica from New Jersey. Hello. Hi, Roy. Hi, Amelia. Who else we got from here? Vanessa from Chicago. Karen from Los Angeles. Jeffrey from Charlotte. Cat Bay Area Gang. Yes, Bay Area Gang. I am with you. Let's see. Okay, so many awesome people in chat today. Okay, so let's pull up the agenda. And as you can see, I have a special person. We are joined by Kat Pan, also known as Katliente. She's a content creator, Twitch partner, and an intern at esports organization Dignitas. Did I say that right? I think I did.
Dignitas.
Dignitas.
Dang it.
Dignitas.
Close.
That's how you say it. Dignitas. That's how you say it. Okay. So we'll be doing a Q&A session, and Kat will also show us how to make your own stream overlays using Adobe Express. And we also have some amazing Adobe Express templates for you all to try out and play around with. And if you post your project on the Discord, the Adobe Creative Career Discord server, oh my gosh, we have so many Discord servers, then you may have a chance to be randomly selected for a one-on-one mentoring session with Kat. So stay tuned to the end for more details on how to participate in this giveaway. Okay, cool. Speaking of Discord, in the Creative Career Discord server, we'll be hanging out after the stream, and you can ask Kat more questions. We'll just be pretty much hanging out, a little bit more of a casual settings. So if we don't get to your question today, feel free to head on over there to the after party and ask your question. And yeah, it'll be super fun. Hello, Anthony from Irvine. Hello, Nyambane. Is that how I say your name? Please let me know if I spelled it wrong. Representing Kenya. Oh my gosh, you have someone from Kenya in the chat today. That's awesome. Hello. Hi, Maria. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Kat, are you ready to answer some questions?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's do it. Okay, so let's start off with introductions. Tell everyone in the chat like who you are, what you do, and just a little bit about yourself for those who are meeting you for the first time.
I mean, hi, my name is Kat, or my alias is also Katliente. That is a handle that you might find me under. And I am a Twitch partner, and I mainly do just chatting streams and I focus on education, but I also do art streams as well. Aside from that, you may find me on TikTok where I do streaming advice. I'm very passionate about helping streamers and content creators break into content creation, get started, and make it a full-time career. So that's my whole spiel on all of my social platforms and something I'm really focused on. And again, I also really enjoy art as well. So I also have an Etsy shop on the side that I sell Twitch overlays and assets and stuff like that. So, I make a lot of art and I also do that on stream as well.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. So excited to hear about you and hear about your journey and more about you. Like I found you through TikTok. So I've seen your videos and your content and you're super helpful and really witty and you really deliver like your content and your knowledge very very in a very relatable way. So that's what drew me to your content. I'm sure a lot of folks in chat. Oh, Sharon asked, Kat, what camera are you using right now?
Oh, perfect. I was trying to respond in chat, but I have actually never used LinkedIn streams before. So I was like trying to add their name. Yeah, I'm currently using a Logitech C922 webcam. It's actually the only webcam that I have ever streamed with, surprisingly to most people. And I use NVIDIA broadcast to blur the background because the camera doesn't come with a background blur. And slight pro tip, if you do have a Logitech camera, go into Logitech G Hub, click your webcam, and the streaming, instead of being on default, swap that to streaming, the camera setting. It
Mhm.
increases your frame rate.
Nice. Oh my god, power tip for folks who are using the Logitech would you say C922 Pro?
Yes. Mhm.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes. Yeah, your camera quality looks so freaking good, and we have
I'm pretty
so many people.
overexposed just because I'm
Yeah.
right by a window and I have my ring light on right now. When the sun
Uh-huh.
sets, it gets a little bit better.
Nice, nice. Okay, well, I think you look amazing. And okay, yeah, by the way, everyone in chat, feel free to start dropping in your questions. Sharon, thank you so much for the question. So if you have any questions for Kat, start spamming the chat with your questions and we will get to them as soon as possible. Okay, so the next question I wanted to ask was how did you get started in content creation or streaming? Like what was that moment where you're like, I'm going to do this and we're just going to go for it?
In my content creation journey, there wasn't one pivotal moment that was just, "Okay, I'm gonna start content creating now." It was something that just built up over the course of my life. That sounds kind of deep, but when I was younger, I was watching YouTube. I'd watch these beauty makeup influencers like Michelle Pha and Bub's Beauty, all these other creators, and I wanted to be like them. And I was like, "Oh, but I'm not funny, so I don't think people are gonna like watch me." So I made like a couple YouTube videos. They sat at maybe 10 views max per video, and nothing happened. I got no, and I didn't put in that much effort either. I just kind of, tried a little bit. So did that for a little bit back in 8th grade, high school-ish, and none of it succeeded. I had a brief stint where I wanted to be one of those popular Instagram artists. So I spent like maybe 6 months creating a lot of art, trying to go and post a lot of things on there, et cetera, et cetera. And that flopped as well. So it's okay though. And I got into gaming towards the latter half of my high school career. So, and it was my twin brother. After 3 years of begging me to play League of Legends, I finally gave in. So I started playing League, and then into college, I dated somebody who was a Twitch streamer. So prior to dating him, I had one stream, but I got so scared I quit. And he really encouraged me to start streaming and ease me into it. And the relationship failed, obviously. But the love for streaming stayed. So I found out that I really enjoyed streaming from that experience because when I was with him, I at least gave it a full shot. Not the I was really scared, streamed for 30 minutes with my phone as a webcam and then cried afterwards. So I kind of took it and ran with it over my college career, and I stopped streaming. I took a lot of breaks because I would stream and I wouldn't grow. So then I would just quit. I'd get discouraged. And then I picked it up again. And then July 2020, TikTok's been around at that point for like a year and a half. And I never downloaded it because I thought it was cringe. And I thought only like cringe kids would use for like TikTok. But I downloaded it because I wanted a vertical video editor to go edit videos. So I got the app and then I started scrolling through it and I thought the videos were really interesting. And then I stumbled across League of Legends skit videos and I thought they were very fun. So I started making League of Legends skit videos and we've been posting once a day on TikTok since.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I feel like once TikTok just came on, I feel like, you and, like, a lot of streamers you are using TikTok to, showcase their streams and promote their streams. Because I am a small streamer myself, and, like, I just see so many, like, Twitch streamers just using the platform to, like, show, like, clips and interesting part of their streams, and then, like, bringing people over to watch their actual stream on Twitch or on YouTube or whatever it is. So, I think it's become, like, a really great platform for just, like, getting your content out there. We have so many questions in chat. Oh my goodness. Do you just see that? It was question after
Yeah.
question.
Oh my gosh. It's okay.
Uh,
Hopefully we can get through all of them.
yeah, I think so. Okay, so we'll just go in order. Julia Alvarez is asking, how do you balance your time effectively and not get burnt out?
That's actually a really tricky question, and I am honestly, full transparency, probably on the brink of a burnout again, but it's okay. The key, honestly, to avoiding burnout is catching it early. And there's a few, I always like to say, key signs that you're kind of getting burnt out. One, even if after a full night's rest, you're still tired. When you wake up in the morning, you got at least 8 hours of sleep, then maybe 9, 10 hours of sleep. You wake up and you still feel like you got four. That's not a good sign. Also, a loss of motivation in doing things that you normally enjoy doing. And those are key signs of burnout as well. So the key thing that you really need to realize is that it's not a race. And I feel like that's easy for people on, especially content creators, to think, oh, well, if I just work 25 hours in the day instead of 24, I'll just get ahead of my competitors. But the real thing is, your journey is going to be for the rest of your life. You have all the time in the world to go make your content creation journey happen. You don't need to go and bum rush it in the first 2, 3 weeks and completely burn yourself out, because the key focus here is making sure your career will last in the long run. And making a career last in the long run means taking adequate breaks and taking care of yourself. I have seen it because I've already been on Twitch for over 3 years. I could probably say, I don't, this is just ballparking a number because there's no stats out here. Probably about like 80% of the people that I knew in the first year and a half that I started streaming don't stream anymore.
Mm.
The ones that actually did stream at that time, like not talking about new people who just joined the platform, but 2 years ago when I was streaming on Twitch, those people, the people that I knew, I can say without a doubt that about 80% of them don't stream anymore. And a good chunk of it is because of burnout.
Mm. Yeah. I definitely feel that. Burnout is a real thing, y'all, and I feel like once you hit that burnout point, it's kind of hard to, like, come back from it. So, like, do you have any, like, tips on folks who are, like, already there, burnt out? Like, how could they bounce back, basically?
Take a break. Please
Mhm.
take a break. And if you take a break, okay, I know it sounds easy, like take a break, whatever. When you have to take a good break. And then after your break, if you're still tired when you start doing work after your break, it's not something wrong with you. It's because your break wasn't long enough to recover from the burnout you experienced. And what I mean by taking a good break is do not do work on your break. That is contradictory to a break. So for me, I like to pace myself. So I have days where I legitimately just do not go on Twitch. Like yesterday, I didn't go on Twitch at all. And Twitch streaming is my job. And I know that I could pop open Twitch and leave some lurks from my friends, etc. But I found for my mental health that just seeing the Twitch tab open on my other monitor just constantly subconsciously reminded me of the work that I needed to do. And it would just make me think about content and content creation, which is my passion, but it's also my job. And I don't want to be thinking about my job 24/7. So constantly pacing yourself and making sure you have days where you legitimately do not go onto the platforms that is associated with your job.
Yes, boom, power tip right there. Do not even look at it. Don't even look at the
Oh yeah.
platform. Don't even
Oh
open
yeah.
it to really let yourself rest. Such a great tip. Okay, now Amelia asked, how do you recommend building your first base of followers or getting out there right in the beginning?
Ooh, building your first base of followers is a little bit tricky, honestly. It can go, so make content that you like to consume and make content that you enjoy creating. I feel like a good amount of times when people are creating content, they create content they think people will want. And that's not the case at all. What that basically does is it ends up creating content that already exists, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the content doesn't really push your creativity at all. It's nothing new or spicy, you know? It's what you think the general people would like, and what you think the general population will like actually is not what people will want. I would say just create content that fulfills you and makes you happy to create, and you will get an audience that will come for you and for who you are and your content. That's something that took me a long time to realize because I thought people would I'm very outspoken, I'm very loud, I'm very boisterous, and the person that I dated that got me into streaming kept telling me to not be these things. So I was like,
Mm.
okay, so maybe like on Twitch people don't like seeing girls who are very outspoken and loud and, you know, kind of have some crude sense of humor. So I would kind of push all of that down and just wouldn't talk that much on stream because that's what I thought people wanted to see. But then when I stayed true to myself and I became more genuine, then the people came because they liked my personality and I was having fun and they saw that I was having fun. So they wanted to come for that. So stay true to yourself, stay genuine. You will build a core foundation of people that came for you. And I do have to say that sometimes, a lot of times, your OG viewers won't stay in the long run, but that's no fault to you as a creator. People have things to do and people have their own life, stuff like that. As much as they love to watch you, sometimes their own life will get in the way as well. So for me, like I cycle through groups and groups of people that come watch me, and I remember all of them. And a lot of times, like people will come back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed you. But most of my OG people aren't here anymore on Twitch, at least as far as I know. And it's just how life is. It's nothing regarding you as a creator.
That is that was honestly really well said. And as a follow-up, Angelica asked, like, how do you deal with losing followers and lack of engagement when you do experience that news cycle coming in and your
Mhm.
OG followers like kind of fading out?
Yeah, that one's honestly a rough one at first because it's easy just to think that you're doing something wrong that's driving people away. But also, there's also a fine line where you also don't want to blame everything but yourself for the outcome of your videos and your streams and whatever. There is a level of accountability you have to hold within yourself to make sure you're presenting the best quality. But that being said, if you are enjoying what you're doing and you started a stream and you had fun during the stream, even if the numbers initially are low, over time, it just takes time to build up an audience, especially if you're starting something new. I'm guessing if you transition to being more genuine, more true to yourself, then the people who were there initially sees a personality change. Maybe they don't vibe well with it, and it's completely fine. The hardest pill for me to swallow when I became a larger content creator, I guess, I'm a people pleaser. And it was really difficult for me to grasp the concept that, wow, not everyone's gonna like me. And you know what? That's fine. And I came to realize that I don't want everyone to like me either. I'm just gonna be who I am, and then whether you like it or not is your problem. Like you can if you want to. You don't like me, that's on you too. That's your prerogative. But if you stay true to yourself and stay genuine, just kind of keep your head down and keep grinding at it. Hide your viewer account because you don't need to see that. I also unsubscribe myself from the emails you get after every single stream telling you your stats because I don't want to see that either. It started messing with my mental. And I would just sit down, hunker down, and focus on creating content that I had fun creating and that I enjoyed making and that people told me benefited them. And then, your community will come.
Mm. Great. That is a great tip, honestly. Like just even what you said about like hiding the numbers too, because
Mhm.
sometimes the numbers is the part that stresses you out. Like if you see that viewer count going down or like, it's not where you want it to be. I just feel like, numbers and stats and stuff can really get in the way of like being able to enjoy the creating process and having fun because you're just thinking about like the performance and the numbers and stuff. So I totally get that. Um I have a question from Samuel. He asked, "What is your basic social media strategy? Like, how are you using Insta and Twitter to connect with other creators and the people in your community?"
Ooh, my social media strategy is very lengthy. So this will be a whole spiel because and
Let's go.
for
Mhm.
context, I'm on Twitch, TikTok, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and obviously
Wow.
LinkedIn. But I don't use LinkedIn for content creation purposes. It's for my job. But so these are the platforms that I'm on. So what is my process and mindset behind every single platform? With Twitch, actually, my mindset is Twitch is a means to an end. And I don't look to grow on Twitch, which actually sounds very counterintuitive to what I'm doing. But I kind of came to an epiphany that where my career is at right now, I am comfortable if my Twitch stream never grew again. I am fine. And this is also because of where I'm at in my life. Definitely 2 years ago, I would have a completely different mentality because I wanted my Twitch to grow. All I really wanted was a community of people that I could talk to and interact with, and that chat would always have somebody in it. That's all I wanted. So now that we're here, and Twitch partners. So now that we got that, I have achieved what I wanted to achieve out of Twitch. I use Twitch as a way to personally connect with my audience and connect with, for lack of a better word, I guess my core fan base. I really don't know a better way to explain it, but those core OG people that really enjoy me, they come from my live streams. I enjoy talking to them. I'm an extrovert, so I love talking to people. It really makes my day to get those interactions with them. But I don't rely on Twitch for money, nor do I rely on Twitch for like uh personal success in terms of its growth. It's just there as as a way for me to interact with my community. That being said, I do advice that relates to growing on Twitch, and that is what everything else is about. And also, the last thing, I use Twitch to farm content for all of my other social media. So I will demo things on stream. Like I have demoed Premiere Pro, I have demoed Photoshop. I will use Photoshop again tonight in tonight's stream to demo YouTube thumbnails. I said Photoshop, After Effects. Like I basically use my Twitch to provide live time tutorials on how to do something. because I will then take it and then edit it down to YouTube videos and edit that down to TikToks. But some people want to see the 2 hour live stream of me making an overlay. They don't want to see the fast paced 10-minute video. They want the really like, well, something that they can throw up on the side and have me literally in real time walk them through it. So then I yoink all the clips and stuff that I find important. And in Premiere Pro, I will edit that down for YouTube videos. So my YouTube is a way for, it's a self-serving thing, honestly. Um, I want ad revenue so that I can make a consistent income, because I don't want to rely on my community's financial generosity to pad my wallet. I don't want to be reliant on people giving me money. YouTube, my community doesn't give me anything. They just watch my videos and then I get money through ad revenue. So I am looking to make YouTube actually my more full-time income, full-time passive income, because I have a lot of projects that I'm passionate about, and all these projects see no financial gain in any way, shape, or form in the near future. So if I could build up my YouTube and my Etsy, I have all this passive income. So now I can kind of chill and work on these passion projects of mine that will not see a financial return for a long time. So that's what I'm using YouTube for. And also for another self-serving purpose. A lot of people ask me, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? How do I do that? And I love to answer everyone's questions, don't get me wrong. But also a lot of times it's just easier. I have YouTube video tutorials already. So if somebody comes into my Twitch stream and I am demoing something and they ask me a tutorial on how to set up something else, I'm like, oh, now I don't have to stop my initial demo to go and give them a tutorial on how to change my, like, do a red zoom in OBS scene that I have, for instance. I just link up my YouTube video. I get ad revenue. They get a 10-minute cut down, concise video, and that's it. And then TikTok is, again, it's my personal joy. I hate editing. So TikTok is that bridge where it's just enough editing that I'm fine with. And YouTube editing, I hate it. But TikTok is short snippet content. I have ADHD, so short, fast paced content is the type of content I like, and it's the type of content I like to consume, and I like to make it. And it's where I blew up on, and it's really fun to make. So I use TikTok as a way to reach a bigger audience with quick pieces. I'm always experimenting with content on TikTok. So if anybody's seen my TikTok videos, it's streaming advice, but the content is quite like, there's a lot of different types of videos on there, all pertaining to streaming and art and stuff, but a lot of different types of content. It's my personal exploration. Instagram. My Instagram photos is shamelessly, I just want to have cool looking photos of me on the internet. So that's what my Instagram's for. But I use Instagram Reels to repost my TikToks to, again, reach a wider audience. So that's the intention with Instagram Reels. And the same thing with Pinterest. A while ago, I heard people talking about Pinterest is a great way to get some growth. So I've just been reposting stuff on there. I don't know. I only have like 21 followers on there, but hopefully it'll pay off in the future. Again, using Pinterest as a way to recycle content, but to get a bigger audience.
Girl, you have a whole empire. I hope people in chat were taking notes because that was a really good strategy, especially from like the Twitch to like referencing folks to your YouTube videos for like things you've already done and for you to like get that ad revenue. Y'all, that was a nugget. I hope y'all wrote that down.
Yeah, that was beefy.
That was so good. I love hearing the insights of what people use to like promote their content online, because everyone, I feel like their strategy is just so different. Like I didn't know that Twitch actually wasn't like your main, end goal, that it's actually YouTube. And it's just amazing to hear your perspective on that. And we have so many questions. What's it called? Sharon said, "Ooh, spicy brained here too."
We
Spicy
love
Sharon.
that.
Yeah, she also said, "See, I like lengthy social media stuff." Emma says, "We can all do this." Yes. Love it, love it. Okay, back to questions. Oh my gosh, y'all are asking so many good questions. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I am not prepared. Okay. Oh, here we go. Caitlin asked, where or how do you find inspiration for your content? So whether if you're making like, something creative on TikTok or like the topic of the day's stream or something, like where do you find your inspiration?
Oh, honestly, a lot of it just pops up in my head. And that is the true answer, but that is the answer that no one looks for. because that is not applicable to everyone else, unfortunately. But honestly, a lot of times it's just I just have an idea in my head and I'm like, this would be a great idea. Did anyone ask for it? No. But do I want to make a video on this? Yes. And then a good amount of times I find content is comments within my TikTok section. So people will comment, can you make a video on this? Can you make a video on that? And when you make a video that somebody comments about, not a good amount of time that video actually blows up because
Mhm.
your community knows what everyone else wants to see. You as the creator are in like a different perspective where you have probably already made a video on that topic, or maybe you're like, "Oh, this isn't worth making because people already know this," like whatever. But if people are asking for it, that means people don't actually know. So, most of the time I found that making videos that people ask for actually do really well. If you don't have people commenting questions, go and stalk other people that create similar content to you and see what people are commenting under their videos because maybe they have people commenting, "Can you make a Valorant edit of this?" or something. Just then go make it. I found a
Mhm.
lot of great success with that. Another one is, again, stalking people. Well, not quite, but pulling inspiration from other creators because a lot of times other people, they know things that you don't know. They came up with ideas you didn't. That being said, if you're borrowing ideas from creators, I always say please give people credit if you have borrowed an idea from somebody to repurpose as your own. There's nothing wrong with sharing an idea, whatever, repurposing it, but please give credit to the original creator because it's kind of rude if you don't. So that's also one way. Another way is honestly just if I've seen some type of trend that comes up on my For You page, my brain automatically twists it. And it's like, can I make this something streaming related? Can I make this something gaming related? Can I make this related to art? Something that fits my niche? Can I twist this trend so it's relatable to my community? So that's another way that I go and kind of come up with content ideas. And yeah, sometimes you do have those content dry spells where you can't think of anything to do, but that is when you go and recycle your old ideas and just redo them.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, I love that so much, like, yeah, if you are not getting any comments or anything in, like, your own channels, that's such a good idea, look at similar creators because, your audience will most likely be the same or very similar, and, if you can see questions, like, on other people's profiles and stuff, answer them. I feel like, it's not a what how do they say, like, a zero-sum thing, like, everyone giving knowledge is the more knowledge, the better, really, and I just feel like
Exactly.
yeah, and I just feel like you're not losing anything if, like, if, what's it called? Someone else answers a question in your comments or something like that. We're just all, like, really fostering that community, and, I think it just benefits everybody. Okay. Um, Akash asked, "How much do you think is a good budget to start streaming?" So let's talk about money and equipment here. What are your thoughts on that?
$0. Start
0.
with whatever you have. Biggest mistake that I see, well, I will always say biggest mistake that a big mistake that I see a lot of creators make is they always say, "Oh, I'm gonna get started when I buy this new gaming PC. I'm gonna get started when I get this new GPU because my GPU sucks. I'm gonna get started when I get a webcam, da da da." And people who say that never get started. And I have seen it time and time and time again. Basically, you're just kind of procrastinating on a job by using some finances as an excuse. That being said, if you don't have a device that can connect to the internet, then you legitimately do not have a device you can stream off of. But if you have a phone, even if you have a console, you can stream off of that. You can stream off whatever you currently have. And I really recommend people do that. Don't invest anything into streaming right away. Please just give it a shot because a good amount of times you might find out you don't actually like it. Streaming is something that blew my mind when I first started. It was nothing like I've ever done before. And for me as an extrovert, I loved it. But not everyone will find that streaming is their cup of tea. Most people I found that convinced to start streaming actually really enjoyed it. But I will say, please give it a shot first before you invest anything financially into your stream. And my best advice, if you do decide that you like streaming, how much should you invest into it? Spend $50 and get a decent microphone. You don't have to get any like a Shure mic or any top of the line microphone. I have a Blue Yeti. Don't start off with that. You can buy $30 microphones like the Toner 777 or the Pafine K669. They're both $30 microphones. They work beautifully. You can use that mic for like the first year of your streaming career. No problemo. You'll be fine. But again, don't invest a lot of money into your stream unless you really, really, really need to. As in, like, your stream is a PowerPoint slide because your GPU just sucks, then maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't be streaming off of a GTX 760, aka that was what I was streaming off of when I first started. I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Of course, streaming problems. Yeah, no, that is such great advice. I definitely, when I first started streaming, I definitely just worked with what I had, and then eventually, as you get better or you start to feel that cap, then think about investing. So totally, totally agree with you. Okay, so speaking of equipment and stuff like, well, not really speaking of equipment, but kind of a follow-up question to what you were saying, like, about, like, the tip of, like, just starting with what you have. If you were to start all over again from day 1 you're about to stream, what would you change? Or, like, what would you do first?
Ooh, if I had to, I would change so many things. Oh my goodness. If I had to start streaming right away, I would only stream once a week and I would make a TikTok account. That one stream, I would only do one stream a week and that one stream would be for 4 hours. And my whole purpose of that stream is to farm content for TikTok. So I would try to bait content out if I really have to. You've probably seen those Valorant videos where you're like getting into lobby and people are using making like a Dora voice or something and they're like something. They're just baiting out content, but it works. Those videos do really well. I would just do that. Go queue into games with the pure intention of trying to farm clips, farm content, bait out content. And then after I'm done streaming with the rest of the free time that I had. And back in the day when I first started, I was a college student. So I wasn't really doing my homework. So looking at about 15 hours free per week of just not doing my work when I was supposed to. So I would only do 4 hours of streaming and the other 11 hours I would spend farming out TikTok clips, just making TikTok clips, whatever, and build up a nest egg of TikTok clips. I always tell people have a nest egg of like 15 to 20 videos. You want to post once a day on TikTok. If you break that once a day posting frequency, the algorithm doesn't, you won't really get pushed out. You won't get the momentum that you initially had. Let me put it that way. So I will make that nest egg. And then once I have a nest egg of 20 videos, again, continue the cycle, stream once a week to farm up clips and then use those clips and post them onto TikTok once a day. And then I would also try to constantly change up my videos, keeping within the same niche. So back in the day, I was a League of Legends streamer, so I'll do League clips. And then I did a lot of League of Legends skits. So I'll try to think of like other skit ideas I could do, whatever, trying to change the type of content that I was making, but still within League of Legends and gaming and streaming so that I was within a specific niche and a specific audience and post once a day. And then once I hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, I would immediately go live on TikTok as I'm streaming on Twitch. Instant affiliate right there.
Wow, that is some TikTok gold. Like that, if for those who are wanting to get into TikTok and wanna promote your stream using TikTok, that is the way to do it for sure.
Mhm.
Let's see what else. Oh, Karen asked, okay, TikTok versus Reels. I'm
Mm.
guessing which one do you like better? Which one should they focus on?
I
What are your
personally like
opinions?
TikTok better, but it's because TikTok, can I cuss?
Lightly.
Okay, TikTok is let me see. Reels is like that. TikTok is kind of like some it's like the Fortnite kids, whereas Reels is that like very high end, like more aesthetic, more polished, more put together older
Mhm.
sister, kind of like that. So I personally found that the videos that blow up on TikTok don't blow up on Reels, and the videos that blow up on Reels did very poorly on TikTok. So the type of content that I like to make is the trash posty type meme.
Mm.
It's scrappy content. Even though I do education, it's very lazily filmed with my phone sitting right here with my face in it, and it takes me about 2 minutes from start to finish.
Mm.
From filming to captioning it, I'm done. That's it. Instagram likes the more aesthetic, more put together, more prettier videos, and that take more effort and better editing. That I could not be bothered for either of those. So personally, for me, I like TikTok better. But if you are the type of person that can make those very, for instance, have you seen those like aesthetic desk setup videos where they're showing how pretty their
Mhm.
desk is and whatever? Those do so well on Instagram Reels. My desk is just a cluttered mess, and I cannot create videos that are that pretty and aesthetic. So the Instagram Reels just doesn't work for me.
Mm. Okay, that's a good way to think about it, because I feel like a lot of people are just like, repost your TikTok to Reels and stuff, but then, everyone has this question of like, they're so similar, they kinda do almost the same thing, so, like, which one to focus
Mhm.
on? So, Yeah, I'm glad you were able to give some insights. Chloe asked, while we're on social media and
Mhm.
posting, do you try to post your content at specific times? I notice I get a lot more engagement at certain times, but I like to post multiple times a day.
Yeah. So I post 2 to 3 times a day actually, and this is the posting time that works for me, which will not guaranteed work for you. I post once when I wake up, which is around 9 to 10 AM. I post once when I remember next, which is generally around noon to 1, and then I post once again whenever the next time I remember, which is generally when I'm walking my dog at about 3. So, I'm sorry, this is very scrappy and not very specific, but if you wanna check when you should post, go to your settings, and then you can go under analytics, and then you can go under followers under your analytics. If you scroll to the bottom, there's a bar graph that will show you when your followers are the most active. You wanna start
Mhm.
posting when that bar graph starts picking up. So it makes like it's a bell curve, but in the first S portion, in like the middle of that, that's when your first post should be. Second post somewhere in the middle when it's at the peak, and then the third post right when it's like almost falling off, like right there, third post of the day. So for me, that just happens to be around 10, 11, 10 like 10, 11 to about 7 p.m. is when I'm at the rough peak of my bell curve, which is why I
Mhm.
posted during that time. But not everyone has that bell curve during that time window. Sometimes your time might be different depending on your audience and where they're located.
Mhm. Nice. That is such a great answer, especially,
Mhm.
I remember the days when people were saying, like, "You shouldn't double post on Instagram," or like,
Mhm.
all that like, those days, but now everyone's preaching the exact opposite, especially when it comes
Mhm.
to reels. Like, you need to post, like, 3 to 5 times a day, So,
Mhm.
I'm glad you could answer, like, if there's multiple times a day, like, when should you
Mhm.
be posting?
And the best thing is 1 hour in between.
Mhm.
Don't post any, like, closer than 1 hour in between because it gets very spammy.
Mhm. Yeah. I definitely feel that. Give time for your post to, like, marinate a
Yeah,
bit before you post the next
exactly.
one. Oh, man. Sharon said, "I'm usually falling asleep around 5 a.m." All the best. Bedtime in Scotland. Someone's from Scotland in here. Wow.
Mhm.
Emma says, "Thank you. The algorithm on TikTok is so hard to get around." Nice, nice, nice. Okay, cool. So that was a lot of questions, Kat. You blazed through almost all of their questions. So I think it's time for a little creative break from the Q&A. And yeah, Kat will show us how to make a stream scene using Adobe Express. And while we're doing that, chat, feel free to keep posting your questions down below. If there's time, we will resume the Q&A portion after Kat does her little demo. And yeah. And if we don't get to all of the questions, we'll for sure get to them in the after party. So make sure you post the questions in the chat as we're doing the demo. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Kat, you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing for us today?
Yeah, so in here, I'm basically making my Twitch overlay, or not mine, but a Twitch overlay. So it's the whole thing. We're starting with making just a starting soon screen, and then I also show the reformatting of it if you were to use it for other social media, and then to make an gameplay over or a just chatting overlay, I think was what I made. But here,
Mhm.
basically, I look up a Twitch template and I found one that I liked, but I want to alter it a little bit. This one had a lot of potential. I just didn't like the way it looked initially. So I personally am a very big fan of sans serif fonts. So I swapped it to a sans serif font that I like. So, I want to make sure that I fit everything within the branding that I like. A key point about branding is text or fonts and colors are a very core aspect of the branding as well. So generally with branding, you want to stick to no more than 2 fonts. And really, I wouldn't go past about 4 colors. You can do 5. That's a little bit pushing the limit there, but keeping consistency is key. So I picked a font that I really like, and then for the alternate font that I'm using, I chose this pixel font that I'm then using to go and put my social media handles. I think it's really great to have that on your starting soon screen if you would like, so that people know where they can go and find you. Also, it's really cool that I found in Express where under the shapes tab for text, they just already pre-populate it with little icons. So I just added the Instagram and YouTube icon within that. I didn't have to outsource the icon from some other platform to go stick it on there, which takes way more time. So here I'm also just trying to find a little icon to put in the little retro console screen. something cute. I just want a little message vibe going on. And I wanted to add some texture to the background because I think adding texture will look really nice. So I added these little dots and I think it fits pretty well with the retro vibe. So I personally really like the way this came out. And you just download it as a PNG and you can add it to your OBS as an image source for your starting soon screen. So here you can also make it into a template. And then from then on, every other graphic or something that you make, you can pull from this original template and everything will already have the same design elements, the same colors, the same fonts, and you can quickly resize your starting soon screen to a Twitch banner size, which is what I did right here. So if you wanted to go use it to make a Twitch banner real fast, that's an easy way to do it. Also, I don't know why the fonts did that. But here I am now changing this up to go and make a just chatting scene. So I'm quickly sliding over all the elements and I grouped all the layers for the retro console together so that I could easily move that together. So we're going to make it a just chatting scene. And here I'm just changing the fonts. Sizing, again, I'm sticking with the same font and the same style, the same color and the same outline for brand consistency so that from my starting scene screen to my just chatting scene, you can tell clearly that this belongs in the same set. So here I'm just double checking to make sure that the webcam aspect ratio is 16:9, and I'm just adding the rectangle for that and adjusting the little heart and the little pixel star and moon elements to where they should belong. I just think those elements are really cute, and I love how Creative Cloud has all these royalty-free assets that you can use. I also have Creative Cloud Express or the premium version, but I didn't use it during making this overlay. So everything used in this overlay was actually free. In case anybody was curious, if you want to like remake it for yourself, it is completely free. And here I'm adding a rectangle for a chat box because, I always like having chat on a just chatting scene. I also really recommend you add a background for your chat box, like what I did there with that dark pink background. If you have a very colorful background, like with a lot of patterns, imagery, etc., your text will sort of melt into it if you don't have like a solid background or an outline on the text to kind of cover it up a little bit to make it show up better. And here I'm just adding the stream labels boxes. So the boxes where I like to put latest follower, latest sub. I always recommend people put a sub goal. So I like using one of those boxes for a sub goal because I think it's definitely really helpful. And then here I had to re-add the text here because I did the layering all wrong, but that's on me. But I again really recommend adding a sub goal because it really motivates people to subscribe to you on Twitch. And again, I want you guys to make money, and a whole point of making streaming your full-time career is financially, Like you want to make sure that you can at least make money financially, and then the money that you earn, you can reinvest that back into your stream and get better equipment and get a better microphone, etc. So here I actually downloaded the exact image. But one thing that I found that you could do, this probably is not like the technical way to do it, but if you hide the background or like I changed the background to a different color and then I used a bunch of rectangles and framed out the entire overlay. And then in here, you can download it transparent. So you can download it without the background in it. So when you download it like this, then the entire webcam section will already be cut out for you. So when you're adding it in your OBS, you just add your webcam, and then as a layer on top of it, you add an image, and you will add this overlay that we made as an image, and then it will just sit right on top of your webcam layered properly, and your camera will fit nicely in between. And the reason I did it this way was because I had the little retro console in the bottom left, and it's very difficult to cut that out manually, and like you can't really put your webcam over that either. So that's what I did it this way, where I made sure the webcam area was already transparent. So I didn't put my webcam over the overlay and double up over the 3D console thing that I had jutting out. Mhm.
Nice. Oh my gosh, that was such a good demo. I believe you're the very first one to show how to make the stream asset. So that was really, really cool to see. And oh my gosh, yes, thank you so much for the
Dang.
I
I
Yeah,
didn't know I was the first one.
you're the very first one to show stream assets. So, oh my gosh, you are paving the way. Like I've met some streamers that have used Express for what's it called? The for their stream assets, but a lot of people, they don't really it's not really in their mind yet. Like
Mhm.
I would say a lot of our core users do like social media use cases, but now like, we have our design team now like constantly making assets for like all different kinds of users, streamers included. So the fact that
Mhm.
you saw there that you showed that you can make stream assets completely free, no Photoshop needed or
Mhm.
Illustrator needed, like, it just opens the door for a lot of us who are starting out. So thank you so much for that. Sharon said, yes, sans serif for life. Caitlin said, oh my God, wow. They said, oh, someone said, how did she make it transparent again? So do you mind repeating that? Like, how did you make the background transparent, like the black part?
Ooh, yeah. So basically, with Express, you can go download the image as a transparent, which means it downloads it without the background. So what I did was I made the background a different color than the color I intended to use, just so I had some color contrast. So I just made it black because there was no black in the image that I made. And
Mhm.
then I just got a bunch of pink rectangles. So I have my little webcam rectangle, and then I used the pink filled in rectangles and just framed it. So I put one on the bottom, I put one on the left side, put one on top, put one on the right, and then I framed the entire thing. But the middle did not have any rectangle behind it because that was the background. So when you download it without without the background, you download it as a transparent. It downloads it without the
Mhm.
black background, which is why the center is transparent like that. So I was trying to get a little loophole so I could get because
Mhm.
I personally am lazy and I don't like layering my webcam like that in OBS. I like having my webcam and then slapping an overlay right on top and I'm done. So
Mhm.
that's why I did it that way.
I feel it. You definitely worked smarter in this situation. Smarter, not harder, people.
Mhm.
Fatima said, "Sick. Didn't even know I could make overlays with Express." Yes, you could definitely make overlays in Express. That was really awesome, Kat. I'm like blown away. I have not even made my stream assets on Express before. I've not even tried. So
Really? I
yes.
went ham. I was, like, making a whole bunch of things after that demo. I was like, "Oh my god, I can make so many things." I was like I was going crazy. It's so fun.
Yeah. Oh my
And I like
gosh.
how it's free 'cause, free is really great.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly, and you made 2, you made a starting soon and a just chatting screen
Mhm.
for completely free, so
I actually made, like, 3 different variations as well. I had, like, 2
mhm.
other ones that I made too, because I was like, "Whoa, look at all the other."
Nice.
I was just playing with the text features because you can make the text, like, curved, you can make it like a corner, and I was like,
Mhm.
"There's so much potential."
Yes, definitely share that out. I feel like folks would really want some, Catliente templates for sure.
I'm down. I gotta go pull those out. I gotta maybe I should clean it up then. Oof. Some of those texts were a little bit experimental.
Yeah. No, definitely just post it in, like, the Discord server or anything
Mhm.
or, yeah, I'm sure folks would love to check it out. Okay, so going back to the questions, see if we got any. Um Oh, okay. So Alex says, when I go into Twitch or TikTok, I see lots of similar ideas with average followings. Like, how do you separate yourself from the thousands of streamers and the TikTokers so you can begin to grow?
Ooh. This one's a very interesting one, honestly. And there's a lot of people doing the same thing. And that's completely fine. I feel like a lot of times there's a misconception that as a content creator, you must be unique. And in order to be unique, you must create the first idea that no one's ever seen before, and all of your content should be that level of novel. And while doing something like that may get you viewers, it may get you a community, most of the time, statistically speaking, a lot of ideas, most ideas have actually already been done and reused, and that's completely fine. Whenever you take an idea, whenever you see a piece come up, whatever, twist it to your own way. Put your own spin on it, put your own personality in it. I'm not the first person to come out here and do streaming advice, and I'm not the last either. There's more people out there after me that also do advice videos. But I just tried making it very personable to me, and the things, at least that I think set myself apart, was my videos are very low effort because I'm lazy. I feel like a lot of other people who did streaming advice had very high effort, high production videos, and I'm like, "Yeah, you could be lazy and still be a streamer, it's fine." I did it. Like, I was trying to do, like, a very well, it wasn't really intentional because I could not be bothered to edit, but really just wanted to be that kind of, like, somebody like that like maybe big sister you might have, that cousin that be like, "Hey man, you should really try this," you know? Kinda be hitting that front figure rather than that like elusive, far, hard to reach mentor. So even though I'm literally doing the same thing that people have done before me and people will do after me, I put my own spin on it by trying to make it more personable and more realistic, I guess, and more transparent. And that set me apart, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing conceptually. I just did it a little bit differently than other people.
Mhm. Yeah, that is honestly such great that is yeah, honestly, that is such great advice. Like, yeah, I agree with you. Like, I feel like, a lot of folks, like, it's not bad to fall to, like, hop on a trend,
Mhm.
it's not a bad thing to make something that, other people are doing because, like you said, there's so many people creating almost the same thing, but I feel like, yeah, it's really, like, your personality, how you deliver the content is really what's gonna set you apart because, there's only one you. And that's
Exactly.
all you got. So, like, use that and lean into it. And like you said earlier, like, be authentic, be yourself, and your community will be attracted to you as
Mhm.
the creator. So, that's awesome. Okay, so I we have time for one last question, and
Ooh.
this question I like to leave my guests off with because, this is a 1-hour stream, and I feel like folks who are on the replay or something like that, or there was, like, a lot of things to, like, take in on the stream, like, you dropped a lot of amazing knowledge. But
Mhm.
if you were to give one last piece of advice, if folks were to take one thing away from the stream, what would it be? What do you wanna leave your viewers with tonight?
Mm. I would say my one advice that I would give is that make sure no matter what, across your content creation, across whatever, that you are enjoying what you're doing and that you are making the content that makes you fulfilled and makes you happy to do. Because finding internal motivation, innate motivation to do something is what will last you through the long run. I don't recommend trying to twist yourself and make content you think other people will enjoy. And we did talk about that earlier. And what when doing that, basically, it kind of leads you to get extrinsically motivated through numbers, through people validating you, and through physical numerical growth you're gonna see. But you can't directly influence these numbers. No amount of content that you're gonna make, no amount of things that you're gonna do, different videos, different posts you make is going to directly cause you to get more viewers and directly cause you to get more followers. It's literally not possible. But if you focus innately on the non-numerical things, things like making content that you enjoy and making content that like, makes you fulfilled, things like that, doing that in the long run will make your career last longer. You'll burn out less through that, and you will experience the growth that you're looking for when you keep your head down and you focus on just doing what you enjoy. And that is my one it's like a very vague advice, but it's something I've seen time and time again.
Yo, with that, mic drop. That is the last piece of knowledge, and I hope y'all are inspired and fired up with that last tip from Kat. And yeah, Kat, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to speak with us in the community. I'm sure on behalf of all of chat, like we really appreciate your time. And also, chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us as well. But don't go anywhere. We have to talk about this giveaway. So we have a few fun remixable templates. They're all stream assets, and we want to see how y'all would customize your stream. So I have my team member Jordan in the chat who will drop the template link. But basically, all you have to do is click on one of these templates, remix it, change the text, or even create your own template. You don't even have to use these templates, really. And we want to see how you would customize your stream with these custom scenes, as Kat did in her demo. So once you remix the template, all you have to do is post it in the Adobe Creative Career Discord server for a chance to be randomly selected for a one-on-one mentorship session with Kat, and bonus points if you post your design on LinkedIn using hashtag Adobe Dream Job and hashtag Express It so that we can find it. And the deadline to submit is Tuesday, May 10th at 11:59 p.m. So you have a lot of time, but I do not suggest waiting till the last minute because we want to see all of your designs. We want to share it with the community, and Kat wants to see it. The whole team wants to see it. And we really want to gift you all these mentorship sessions. But speaking of Discord, once you submit, yeah, while you're on the Discord to submit your what's it called templates, we are having an after party in the Creative Career Discord server. So I saw some questions come in through chat. So I'm sorry we didn't get to all of them today. We're going to be hanging out in there for about 30 minutes or so. So y'all can hang out, ask Kat more questions. You can ask her directly, or you can post your questions in there. But if you can't make the after party, no worries. You can connect with Kat on social. Her links will be in chat. Go ahead and follow her. Look at her content. Attend her Twitch stream tonight. You're streaming tonight, right?
Yes, at
Yes.
7 p.m. So actually 30 minutes after the after party.
We're gonna raid Kat's stream. How about that?
LinkedIn raid, let's go.
We're gonna do a LinkedIn raid, yes. Love that. Okay, so yeah, and the last thing, we'd also love your feedback on this event so that we can make them even better for you in the future. So please take a moment to fill out our post-event survey, and also let us know if you want Kat back as a guest. I would love to have you back on the show, another event. Yes, we definitely would love to have you back, and I'm sure like the chat is fired up. They are so like into everything that you said. I'm sure they want to learn more stream tips from you and also some design tips. They want to learn all the things, I feel. So the link will be in chat to fill out the post-event survey. And yeah, with that, I think that wraps it up for this session. Thank you all so much for joining. And thank you so much, Kat, again for joining us this evening. And we will see you all in Discord. All right. Bye, everyone.